What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to another episode of the Big Blue Lounge with the Big Blue Crew and myself, G Nation Inside Sports. Tonight, we're going to get into a week one preview of all things New York Giants and predict how we think this season is going to go and how week one is going to go and exactly who is going to be the main contributors into that win against Tennessee Sunday.
Ain't no chat, no like, it's just action. All my just front like they tapping. You already know. Poppin'. Ain't no stopping me now, steady rockin'. Watch them hate on me now, cause I'm locked in. Watch the hate on me now, cause I'm poppin'. I ain't stopping.
And the New York Giants are the Super Bowl champs.
All right, fellas, let's get right into it, man. Len Khan, what's going on, my brother? Thank you for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button if you haven't before. I would greatly appreciate it. And there goes my other co-host, Big Pat Sports Talk. What's going on, Pat?
What's going on?
Man, listen, I'm excited. Buffalo came out week one last night and put a clinic on against the Los Angeles Rams. And then I watched Miz's video this morning, and he was talking about, Daniel Jones is nothing in comparison to Josh Allen. And while I will agree, he's not on his level right now, considering that he had Dable in his corner and some good coaching and some good scheming going on over there for a few years. And exact opposite has gone on with DJ for his first 3 years in the league. He's had, pardon my French, fuckery after fuckery. So, I believe that he has progressed immensely in just this offseason alone and in the preseason. And I believe that by week 6, we will see a completely different Daniel Jones with command of this offense. And I think that we come out week 1, man, and make a statement against the Titans. I think the offense runs through Saquon Barkley. I think our defense makes a statement, and we stop Derrick Henry. And we show all the other teams in the league how to beat the Titans week 1.
I mean, that's very true. I want to say something real quick. Hold on. Go to my Twitter real quick. So, there was a thing on Twitter earlier.
Ronnie!
What's going on, Miss Ronnie? There was a thing on Twitter earlier. Shout out to Ryan Dunleavy. He put this crazy stat up. It says the Giants have had running back 1, tight end 1, receivers 1, 2, and 3, known as 11 personnel available together for a total of 2 out of a possible 228 quarters, including the offensive tackles, which means Andrew Thomas has been injured as well. Against teams. So that means Daniel Jones around him has had a full set of people around him 2 quarters in his whole career. Not 2 games, 2 quarters.
No, but everybody seems that it's fair to judge him and throw him under the bus and say he sucks and he's this and he's that. But I guarantee you, if he was on a team that was already set up for success, he probably would have led the league in big plays, big splash plays, 20 yards or more. Because his deep ball is phenomenal. The man is accurate when he throw that deep ball. And everybody can hate on him all they want, but the facts are the facts. You know what I'm saying? If he can get some receivers that don't got butterfingers, you know what I'm saying? Or tight ends that don't have butterfingers, i.e. Evan Ingram, you know what I'm saying? Kenny Galladay.
I believe that. I think I'm gonna make it. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I think I'm gonna make a video about that. Do you understand?
2 quarters.
2. It's not even games. It's 2
quarters. Hold on.
Rodney and Rodney with the $4.99.
Ronnie Rivers with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. She says wanted to be the first to send a belated birthday super sticker. The game last night was awesome. Aha, blue. Let's go, touchdown chef in the building. Ronnie Rivers, thank you for all your support, love. Greatly appreciate it. Big Blue Corner, Rodney. Thank you for the $5 super chat, my brother. He says, what's good, fellas? Big Pat. Lou, congrats, Lou. Hey, thank you very much, my brother. The grind is real, man. Hard work pays off. You know what I'm saying? It's just the beginning. We're gonna keep going. Big Blue Crew. We running this rap. No, we running this
Right.
rap.
Mr. Finesse, what's going on? Ronnie,
Mr.
what a
Finesse in the
Tudo.
building. Salute G Nation. Salute yourself, Mr. Finesse. Thank you for being one of my day one supporters, man. I haven't seen you in a while, but welcome back, my brother. Tudo with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Salute G Nation. Drop by your office to pay our proper respects. And for all Giants fans around the world, slap all stinky boys losers out the door. Forget about
Forget
it.
about it.
Wales in the building. What's going on, Wales? Hey, tomorrow, UFC 279. We calling it right here. Live on G Nation Inside Sports. Me, Big Pat, and Wales, you're more than welcome to join us calling the UFC 279, man. I was actually gonna make a video about that, but I got caught up because I'm on call and I had an emergency situation. I would have started on time today, but I was actually gonna make a video about the brawl that broke out yesterday at the weigh-in. They had to cancel the weigh-in and the press conference because 6 of the fighters that were fighting tomorrow got into a brawl backstage, and they didn't have enough security to break it up, and they were worried that the fans and the media people were gonna get hurt, so they had to cancel the press conference. Nate Diaz and Kimaev and they was out there throwing blows in the back. Pause. Ronnie with another super chat. Thank you very much. He says, I hope we can look like the Bills in a year or two. I think we can look like the Bills by week 6. 11-6 back on my bullshit. In case you didn't know. Let's go. Thank you for the super chat, Ronnie. Tudo says Ronnie. Ms. Rivers. Will says Tutto Italiano Vero. Yeah, Pat, man. I just don't see all the hatred for this team, man. When you look at all the facts and you add up all of the mitigating factors, you know, Mara said it perfectly. We have done nothing but set this kid up for failure since he's been here. And
But
people disagree and say that he's forcing Daniel Jones on Dable, and they can say all that stuff. But that quote that you just read from Ryan Dunleavy, you don't have to be a mathematician to figure that out. He has not had his 1, 2, and 3 receiver, his running back, or his left tackle or right tackle in the game for more than 2 quarters. Who the hell is supposed to succeed with that?
right. Think about that. Do you think
2
Josh
quarters in
Allen?
his whole career.
Do you think Josh Allen would be Josh Allen if he only had people around him for 2 quarters in his whole, not just one season, his whole career started?
Thank you, Mr. Finesse. Thank you very much. He says, facts, bro. I always check your content because you are fire. Big Blue Channel. Thank you very much. Sorry, Pat.
Think about that. He's only had a full set of weapons for 2 quarters. He hasn't had a full set of weapons for a whole game in his whole
That's
career.
fucking horrible, bro.
That stat is absolutely ludicrous. Like,
It's absolutely ludicrous.
who the hell is supposed to survive, and who the hell is supposed to just be that cold if you only have a full cast of starters for 2 quarters in your whole career?
Nobody's
You
going to
think
succeed.
you think Peyton Manning would have been Peyton Manning without Dallas Clark, Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison for only 2 quarters in his whole career?
Listen, at the end of the day, man, all that hate toward these guys right here, these guys right here, is going to cease this year, man. 11-6, yo. I'm telling you, we're going to shut a lot of people up this year. And we're going to make a lot of believers out of all the naysayers. And I'm going to make
Man,
quite a few I told you so videos. So get ready for those. There's going to be some I
man,
told you so videos, motherfucker. Tell you now.
look, I knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was that bad.
Well,
You
shit, I
mean to
mean,
tell me?
we didn't do
You
the
mean to tell
math, but
me?
we known he's been without most of his
Yeah,
players.
for the longest, but damn, only 2 quarters in his career. So you mean to tell me this man been playing 3 years
Yes, it is.
and has only had a full set of weapons
For
for
2
2
quarters.
quarters,
2
not 2
quarters.
games, not 2 games, 2 quarters.
No, but he's a bum. He fumbles too much. He's a one-read quarterback. He don't go through his progressions. He holds the ball too long. He's not decisive. Who the fuck gonna be decisive when you throwing the ball to threes and fours and practice squad guys? You ain't got no line blocking for you. You don't got a center to help you read the coverages. You don't got a healthy running back. You got a shit for a play scheme and shit for coaches. Come on, bro. You gotta
That
be
is
freaking
absolutely,
Superman.
yeah, that is absolutely mind-boggling. And the stuff that people say now, that makes you look even worse to me. There's no way possible any quarterback is going to survive with some shit like that.
Yes, sir, Mr. Finesse. October 15th is a big night. Deontay Wilder. But the Saturday before that is a 30-year rivalry rekindled with Nigel Benn and Chris Eubanks Sr. fought in 1990, and then they fought in 1992. Two gut-wrenching wars. You hear me? Wars in the ring. These two men did not like each other. They did not respect each other, and they tried to tear each other apart in the ring twice. 30 years ago exactly. Nigel Benn and Chris Eubanks had their second fight, and their sons have rekindled that flame and will be fighting on October 8th. Connor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. Two undefeated guys with the axe to grind that genuinely do not like each other will be facing off the Saturday before the Deontay Wilder fight, Mr. Finesse. So come join us at Leather to the Face right here on G Nation Inside Sports with me and Big Pat Sports Talk, probably Tribe. We'll be calling those fights. But thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you there. Wales, it's been a shit show. I love it. Hashtag Diaz Army. It's Ronnie. Rick, what's going on, Rick? Lou, peace and blessings. Shabbat Shalom, 11 and 6, you heard? Pat, man, what is going on? I think Dawson Knox will be a top 5 tight end this year.
He could be. In that offense, he damn sure could be. And that damn Bills offense is going to be something serious this year.
Ronnie Rivers, family in the house. Big Blue Doja in the building. What's going on, bro? He says, what's good? G family is finally here. We stomping them Titans on Sunday. Facts, Doja. Big facts, man. What we gonna do? Stomp that ass. We coming for war on Sunday, 11 and 6. Let Danny down. Tell him again, Wells. I don't think they heard you, fam. Timothy Frith, G Nation Inside Sports. Good evening. Good evening to yourself, sir. Good to see you, brother. How you doing tonight? The Chicago Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer. That's a fact. Really?
Really? Cutler didn't throw for 4,000 yards?
I thought old boy did.
I thought Jim Miller. I thought Cutler did. Let me check that out because I thought Jim Miller did for him too.
Tudo with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. He says, NYG 11 and 6 this season and forget about everyone else. If you ain't a believer, don't knock my dog no more. We can get you too. Stay hungry. Appreciate that, Tudo. Battle of the Suns, British style. Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight, man. A lot of people sleeping on that. That's gonna be a good fight. There's a lot of bad blood in that. Connor Benn genuinely does not like Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank really has been humble, hasn't said too much, hasn't stepped out of pocket. Connor Benn, on the other hand, has been jumping out the window with the mouth, like reckless, saying all kinds of shit. This is the first time I've been excited about a Giants game since DJ first started. Well, you got good reason to be excited this time. We have good coaching, good play scheme, some good young talented players around them, and
That's crazy.
I think we're gonna shock the world this year, man.
Yeah, their best passing season was 3,838 yards in 1995 with Eric Kramer. Damn, that's trash.
Oh no, yeah, Connor Benn is not gonna sell out an arena by no means in comparison to the card on the 15th. But I'm just telling you, if you're a fan of the fight game, that is gonna be a good fight to watch on the 8th. It might not bring the type of crowd or make the type of money and pay-per-views and all that. But for a boxing fan, that's going to be a good fight. That's one you don't want to miss. I promise you.
The Bears quarterbacks have been absolute trash. Their best quarterback is Sig Luckman.
Oh, shit. Heavyweight champ is in the building. You want to read that one, Pat?
It says, "Woo!" Is Mr. Do real well with the ladies, and I'm lapping with the Big Blue Crew. Great segments this week, Big Pat. DJ will shut the haters down and take us to 11-6. Tell him, Lou, the guru. Woo!
Thank you, champ. Thank you for being here, brother. Here's another one. The Washington Commanders haven't shut another team out since 1991. The Giants command the Commanders. Well, all right, Rick.
That Bear stat is crazy.
Rick is sober today.
Right, they've never had a 4,000-yard pass, so that is, dang.
I could have swore Jay Cutler had threw for 4,000 yards. That's crazy.
I thought he did too. That is absolutely nuts.
I sent the lick to Joe. I think we started too late. He probably sleep. He wasn't expecting nothing on Friday anyway.
No, Jay Cutler never threw for 4,000 yards with the Bears.
Yes, he will, Timothy Frith. I believe so. Will Brian Dable help the Giants go from worst to first this year? I believe he will. If nothing else, we will be first in the NFC East. If nothing else, we will be first in the NFC East. That is our division to take this year.
Man, that shit blew my mind.
Champ. Woo! Super Taj. What's going on, Taj?
What's going on, Taj?
Miz, what's good? I sent you the link, brother. You supposed to be on here, man. He said, yo, two beasts, Lou, Pat. I want you to come on here and defend your position from your video earlier. Now I agreed with a lot of the stuff you said about Josh Allen looking good and throwing fastballs and looking better than he has looked in a while. And Brian Dable had a huge hand in him becoming the quarterback that he is now. I agreed with everything you said there. But when you said that Daniel Jones is nowhere near Josh Allen's level, I would have to beg to differ with you, sir. I believe that he runs just as well. I believe that he has a deep ball just as good. If he just tightens up the little rookie mistakes that he wasn't able to fix because we had horrible coaching, a horrible offensive line, and as Pat just reiterated, we had none of our weapons but for only 2 quarters of his entire career. So I would beg to differ with you on some of them points that you made on your video, and I would love for you to come on here and explain it. We can have a good dialogue about it. Just so some of these fans who are just occasional fans and don't really watch football like that can understand where we're coming from. Tudo. Rick, the Houston Oilers have won their division more recently than the Cleveland Browns.
Yep, that is true. Because I don't even think they won a division the year they went to nope. They didn't even win the division the year they went to the playoffs, I don't believe.
Timothy Frith, will Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeau be 100% healthy enough and ready to go in the Giants' home opener against the Panthers?
I don't think they'll be 100% healthy, but they may be ready to go. I don't think they're
It's hard to be 100%
healthy
healthy
to the mid-season with the injuries that they had.
It's hard to be 100% healthy in this league anyway. If they are out for week 1 at the Titans in Nashville. Darren Gordon, what's going on, my brother? He says, evening, fellas. Thank you for being here, my brother. According to the latest NFL rules, each game must have 36 approved footballs. They're trying to prevent that Deflategate stuff from happening again.
Mm-hmm.
Derek, man says, okay, give me a few. Thank you, brother. Man, shout out to everybody who's been supporting, man. Go subscribe to Big Pat Sports Talk. Go subscribe to Classified 3F with Joe. While you're at it, go subscribe to Coach Ed Gladney. Giants Unpopular Opinion. Miz in the Midday. Mac the Giants fan. I'm Jeffy. J-Lay. Touchdown Chef, Miss Ronnie Rivers. The Big Blue Crew got you covered from every aspect of sports, man. I'm telling you. And about to make some noise this year in all sports. Boxing, baseball, football, semi-pro basketball, USFL, college, UFC, and coming soon, hockey. So don't play with the Big Blue Crew, son. We got you. Back to you, Pat.
I just want to go over the stuff.
Go ahead, my bad.
The stuff that's been said about Daniel Jones, and people still saying the stuff about Daniel Jones. This man has had his weapons 2 quarters in his whole career. He's not consistent. He's not this. He's not consistent. He's not. What quarterback you know that has balled in the NFL and NFL history, not just the past couple, in NFL history, who's balled out under those conditions? I don't know one quarterback that could ball out like that.
Not only that, we explained this, I think it was 6 to 8 months ago when we was arguing with NYG22 before we brought him back from the dark side over to the Jedi mind. You think about this, right? And we broke this down before. Tom Brady, who is considered by most, if not all, football fans to be the GOAT, right? When he played the Giants in 2 Super Bowls, as good as he was, as good as the players he had out there and coaching and everything else, he could not do shit. One of them, he had Randy Moss, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, Gronkowski. I mean, they had a stacked team. Yeah. And when that offensive line can't keep the defense out of the backfield, I don't care who you are. You're not going to win, i.e. Tom Brady. We proved that against him in 2 Super Bowls. Matthew Stafford, damn good quarterback, could not break through with the Detroit Lions, even with Megatron.
And he looked trash in that game against the Bills last night. And it's because the Bills got 7 damn sacks. He looked awful.
So, again, if your line cannot protect, and just one of your star receivers is not there, i.e. Odell Beckham was not there. All he had was Cooper Kupp, and they lost Jefferson. So if you're down 2 of your playmakers and your line can't keep you upright, guess what? You lose.
Could you imagine that game last night if Cooper Kupp wasn't playing?
Would have been 30-3.
Shit, zip. They would have shut the Rams out.
Timothy Frith says, will Saquon Barkley carry the ball 358 times for 1,342 yards and 15 rushing touchdowns and catch 73 passes for 1,049 yards receiving and 7 receiving touchdowns this year?
If he does do that, what a hell of a year.
If he do, they better get that man a bag.
But it won't be 358 times. It'll be more like 258.
Darren Gordon looking for the Giants to take some strides this year. Go Big Blue. Jarius, let's put some smoke on Derrick Henry Sunday. DJ gonna show off on their corners. Facts, bro. He says Galladay gets first TD. I don't believe it, but if it happens, hey, I'm a cheer.
Drive all the way down the field and Galladay just gets a touchdown.
Will says Slayton's first TD. Listen, I don't care which one of them score first. If they both score, I'm happy.
Just get a touchdown.
Right, just win, baby. What Al Davis say? Just win.
Right.
What's up,
Somebody
Wales and
score.
Tudo? And salute to the mother panel. G-Man, 11-6. Let's go, Seabrook. Blue
Good to
City
see you,
Empire
Seabrook.
Sports. Don't forget they let Von Miller walk after he won a Super Bowl with the LA Rams. Yeah. Mac, what's going on, Mac? Yes, it is almost game day. And we're going to come out and make a strong statement, punch Derrick Henry right in the mouth, and go get that W week one, which is something we haven't done in week one in a long time. And maybe after that impressive week one victory, you guys who have been uh, arguing with me when I say 11-6 might come around and start looking at things a little more clearly. Giants 27, Titans 17. Tannehill throws 2 interceptions. Let's go. I fuck with you, Darren Gordon. I believe you, sir. Big Blue Crew, what up? What up, D-Dan Shelton? What's going on? Tony gets the first TD. All right. Well, so far we got 3 receivers getting the first TD. Let's go ahead and add a running back in there. I think Barkley gets the first TD. I think Daniel Jones throws the ball deep down there, gets us down there, and Barkley punches it in for the touchdown. Seabrook, what up? Matt, what up, Wales? And guess where Von Miller plays with now? You guessed it, the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, he tore their ass up. He had 2 sacks off gate.
Oh, bumpers. Like, man, that shows you exactly what happens when you're missing weapons and the team is getting on your ass because your offensive line can't hold up against their rush. You get your ass whooped. I don't care who you. That's the defending Super Bowl champs. They were missing Beckham because he's hurt. Van Jefferson got hurt. And their offensive line was just getting their ass tore up.
Facts. They couldn't keep their quarterback upright. Again.
And if he didn't have Cooper Kupp, that game would have been absolutely horrible.
It's crazy.
How many Cooper Kupps have Daniel Jones played with? How many Calvin Johnsons has he played with? How many Tyreek Hills? How many Keenan Allens?
Not a damn one.
Not a damn one.
Blue City Empire Sports says NYG 81 Titans 13. Hey,
Man,
boy, that'll be in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Right, that happens, boy.
What jersey you fellas rocking on Sunday? I'm going to be with the blue 26 Saquon, baby. You know what? I think I'm gonna join you.
Hat.
I think I'm gonna join you, Wells. I'm currently rocking the red. Joe,
Yo.
What's going on, Joe?
Oh, yeah,
I'm currently rocking the red Saquon Barkley jersey.
Oh.
And you know, but on game day I will be rocking the blue. Now, sadly, I have a medical procedure that I have to do Monday morning. I'm gonna attempt to call the game Sunday. I might not be able to. It is a very important procedure that I can't put off any longer because of my family's medical history. So say a prayer for me, and you know we'll be back at it Tuesday night if I can't go on Sunday night. But more than likely I'll at least start the stream. I just don't know if I'll be able to finish. And I'll tell you guys what's going on after the stream, fellas.
Oh, okay.
But watching how the Bills took care of business last night got me thinking about how the Giants can look in a year or two.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't see Raphael back
We're
there.
good.
What's up, Raphael?
Oh, hi there. Hello.
Hey.
What's going on, Ralphie?
Very good, very good. I'm so excited to the football season, but my prediction was right. Buffalo Bills got the win right here. But if we're talking about the defense and of course the offensive line, they'll be great. And of course, they got destroyed by Josh Allen. But if we're talking about the defense and of course the offensive line, they'll be great. And of course, they got destroyed by Josh Allen. But if we're talking about the defense and of course the offensive line, they'll be great. And of course, they got destroyed by Josh Allen. But what can I say about Josh Allen? He's unbeatable. And for my prediction about New York Giants versus Tennessee Titans, is gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough because I'm not really sure if Daniel Jones can have.
Bye bye on that note, sir. We're not gonna have that type of haterade on here tonight, sir.
Sorry.
We're not gonna have that type of haterade on here tonight, sir. I'm gonna need you to come correct, sir.
I'll correct that. But I got my prediction for the New York Giants versus
Nah,
Tennessee
go ahead. I'm
Titans.
just messing with you, bro. Go ahead, give me a pitch.
But I got my prediction. It is New York Giants 23, Tennessee Titans 14. New York Giants 23, Tennessee Titans 14.
It's a good score.
Yeah, that's a good score. And of course,
Says God bless Lou. I will be praying for you, brother. Thank you very much. Darren Gordon, thank you. Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald got destroyed last night. Yeah, they did, bro.
Yeah, he
Yeah, they
did.
He said, I
You
thought
said I thought Miz was rocking a do rag.
no, it's wearing a hat. It's wearing a hat.
He ain't getting
That's
no
a
wave.
blue do rag.
He
Oh
ain't got no
my
hair back
God.
there to wave up.
No.
But yeah, Miz, I'm glad you popped on, man. I was watching your video earlier, and while I agree with most of the stuff you said about Josh Allen and how well he looked and how much he's progressed and how far he's come as a quarterback, I agree with all of that stuff. You get no argument with me from me on that. But when you look at what Ryan Dunleavy just posted, in Daniel Jones' entire career, he's only had his weapons for 2 quarters. 2 quarters. He hasn't had an offensive line, and he hasn't had his weapons on the field for no more than 2 quarters in his entire career. So when you factor in a quarterback that can't be protected by his line, and he's throwing the 3s and 4s for his entire career, who he hasn't built chemistry with, and the line can't block worth a damn, and the play calling and the coaching sucks ass, what do you expect? You're going to get what we got for the last 3 seasons. Now, am I saying he's Josh Allen? By no means, no. Do I think that he can be equivalent to or somewhat close to him within a year or 2? Hell yeah.
No way. No way. No chance. I agree with you. He hasn't had a fair deal at all. He hasn't had an O-line. I've been saying that for years. The weapons were never healthy. And the Giants looked like a junior high school team without him last year. I agree with all that. Josh Allen is a special type of player that's still getting better. That's what's scary. And yeah, the Bills are a loaded football team. Yes, they are. So he has all the help that he needs. But how many more years? And I'm not. It's a weird situation for me, Lou. I'm not supporting Jones. You know I am.
I know what you were saying. That's
I've
why I
always
wanted to have
liked
this
Jones.
conversation.
Yeah. Well, I just want to put myself where, let people know where I stand, man. I would love to see Jones emerge this year and become the guy. And Sunday, I'll be rooting for him. But this is the final year that I'm going to sit here and say, Daniel Jones didn't have an O-line. Daniel Jones
Oh, no, he don't get no more excuses after this
never
year.
had healthy weapons. Barkley's never on the field. It's not fair. Let's give him another year. No, there's no more years. This is it right here.
Oh, yeah,
There's
I
no
agree.
excuses. And if it turns out to be that way, well, I'm sorry. Sometimes life isn't fair.
Yeah.
There's a big quarterback class coming out in the next draft, and I'm not going to wait for the next one in 5 years from now.
Oh, nobody's saying that. What I'm saying is, now you got to factor in what you just said about Josh Allen, right? It looks good. They're stacked. The team is well coached. Now Joe Shane and Dable had a big hand in getting that team where they are now. So if you factor that in, within the next 2 years, if Daniel Jones makes it through this season good enough to get franchise tagged for another season, and he's under the same coach, under the same play scheme, play calling, gets a better grasp of the offense, they put some better pieces around him. Now, if you have the same 2 guys, Shane and Dable, getting him prepared the way they did for Josh Allen and building a team around him and designing a playbook based on his skill set and his strengths, why can't he be similar, if not somewhat equivalent to Josh Allen within a year or two.
I mean, that's fact.
I don't see it, man. I mean, I don't see. I don't see the decisiveness. I don't see the wearability. I
But we
don't
didn't
see.
see that out of
He
Josh
doesn't.
Allen in the beginning neither.
Sure
Yeah,
didn't.
but it ain't the
Sure didn't.
They were calling him a bust
beginning
before
no more,
Dable got
man.
into
It
it
ain't the
around.
beginning. That's the thing.
But it's the beginning for Daniel
Yes,
now
I
because
understand.
he's been instead of him being coached up, he was coached down for the last 2 seasons. So he's basically back at square one, although he doesn't have the same time
But yo,
frame to
Lou
prove it.
Jones don't move like
Yeah,
Josh Allen. He don't run like Josh Allen. He
I
doesn't
know.
feel things like Josh Allen. He doesn't stiff
hey,
arm the
I
shit out
got
of a linebacker.
I
He don't
got I
do
got
things.
I got a question. He did run over Grady Jarrett, who's probably the fourth best defensive tackle on the league. He ran him over and got a 2-point conversion. And Daniel Jones is a damn good runner. You can look at his stats. I bet you he has more breakoff runs than Josh Allen does. You can look it up. He
You
does,
know,
and
he's
he's
probably
faster.
straight line. He's probably
Yeah,
faster
straight
straight
line.
line.
Now he doesn't have the moves like a Josh Allen, but the kid can run. Look up Daniel Jones running highlights. That dude can move.
I mean, there's
But
two different
the
quarterbacks.
question I want to ask you though, Miz. Everybody says Josh Allen is one of the best in the league, and he is. No question about it. I think he's right behind Mahomes and Rodgers. I think he's right there. But switch the situations. If Josh Allen was in Daniel Jones' situation coming out, same shit. Only be able to play 2 quarters with all your weapons in your whole career, having Joe Judge as a coach your second year after Pat Shermer your first year, and had Joe Judge and Jason Garrett as your coaches the 2 years after that. Do you think Josh Allen will be Josh Allen?
I mean, if you look at it level out of this position right here,
No,
because
no, I was
He's
asking
asking
Miz
Miz
because
the question.
Miz, this is Miz
well,
I,
Stan.
I was listening to you talk, Pat. What was the actual question?
The question is, if Josh Allen was in the same situation as Daniel Jones, you don't switch shit. Dabo, nobody comes over here with him. He was with Pat Shermer his first year, and then the
Jason
second year
Garrett.
and his third year, he was with Joe Judge and Jason Garrett. The way the system was ran over here, would Josh Allen be the Josh Allen that you know today?
Hell no.
No, if he was with the guys we had now, a bunch of screw ups. No, of course they would. Of course.
So when people bring you the question, is anybody saying Daniel Jones will be better than Josh Allen, will be even equivalent
No.
to Josh Allen? I'm not saying that,
No. But
but
can he
I
be
think Daniel
similar?
Jones would damn sure be way better than what he was if he was in that situation with Buffalo with Shane and Dabo.
Jeff.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Jeff?
Beavis and Butthead.
But think
What's
about it.
going on,
Think about it
guys?
though. Think about it though. You put Josh Allen. I want to give a damn if you put Patrick Mahomes over there in the same situation. Name a quarterback in Daniel Jones' situation that would have came out with smelling like roses. Josh Allen would be nowhere near the quarterback that he would be. You want to know how I know that? Because his first 2 years with Brian Dable and Shane, he struggled. So imagine what he would have did with 2 years with Joe Judge.
Now, based on what you just said, Pat, now, his first 2 years with Dable and Shane, he struggled. Now, if in his first year, Daniel Jones comes out here and looks like a stud and we go 11-6, you can't tell me that within a year or two he will not be equivalent to Josh Allen.
Man, you're asking for a lot. I don't think you realize who Josh Allen is right now, but don't worry. Let a couple more
don't
games
think
go by.
people, not to cut you off, Miz, but I don't think people really understand what scheme and team is. People just look at the finished product. People were calling Josh Allen a bust after his first 2 years. His stats look similar to Daniel Jones' stats. And remember, his second year, he was playing under Joe Judge's offense. He didn't have the luxury of having a scheme by Brian Dable and having a coach like Sean McDermott. He didn't have that or have an organization. Me and you talked earlier, Miz.
Right.
He didn't have an organization where the GM with Joe Shane underneath him were drafting amazingly.
Pause.
Like they were hitting, yeah, Paul. But they were hitting on every draft pick. Every last one of them they were hitting on.
Yeah. They damn sure did.
Daniel Jones was in an organization where we just said he only got to play 2 quarters, his 2 quarters, not even games, 2 quarters, his whole career with his weapons, including Andrew Thomas. He didn't even have his full offensive line that already sucked.
Out of his whole career, only 2 quarters he had weapons and a left tackle.
Not to mention that he's had to learn 4 schemes in basically 4 years. He had Joe Judge, who's going over there, and we all know Joe Judge sucks now. We all know Jason Garrett sucks now. We all know Dave Gettleman wasn't drafting correctly. And when they did draft correctly, they brought a coach that trashed the people they drafted. They took away Slayton from him. They took away Caden Smith from him. They didn't utilize everybody wants to call him terrible, but when he was here, he was making plays for us. They just wasn't giving him the ball. Golden Tate. Look up the stats. Look at the highlights. Golden Tate was making all those 50-50 catches for Daniel Jones, and they wouldn't throw the ball.
Yep.
So if you're sitting here telling me that Josh Allen wouldn't be the Josh Allen that you know today if he was in the same situation as Daniel Jones, that should tell you that scheme and team and drafting and all that shit put together, the ultimate team sport, matters a whole hell of a lot.
And don't get me wrong, I give props to Josh Allen, but I also have to give props to Dable and Shane for building that team around him and coming up with a play scheme that was designed to his strengths, which is what they're doing for Daniel Jones right now. And yes, they might be scouting a quarterback for the draft, right? We might even go get one of them studs in the draft if we have a shitty season, right? But I don't think that even if we go draft a quarterback next year, that we throw him out there to the Wolves. I think Dable and Shane would sit him for a year and run with DJ.
Tyrod Taylor get his ass whooped.
And run with either DJ or Tyrod Taylor and let him learn the game. Because that was one of the things that we did wrong to Daniel Jones. We threw him out there to the Wolves with no offensive line, and we saw what happened. So I don't think these guys are in the business of repeating former regime's mistakes. But let me catch up some of the chat real quick. Jarius, Wink is not playing with teams this year, and Kafka has been waiting to call plays. We about to be lit this year. Tell him again. D-Dan Shelton, Jones has potential to be great, but 1 year under Dable and Kafka isn't enough time. We'll see how it goes.
That could be very true as well.
Big Blue Doja, absolutely on the money, Lou. 100. Tell him again, Blue. Tell him again, Doja. Jones is faster than Allen, technically, says Wells. Eric Seabrook. Hey, Lou, I'm sad to say this is Lieutenant Dan's last season as a Giant. Shane is already scouting the QB position. Shane ain't playing no games.
Hi, Wales.
It is a huge jump, but what if? Imagine we got Dable 2 years ago with DJ in his system. It's a different story, fellas. Yeah.
I'm good.
What's going on, everybody? D. Ella, what's up, brother? D. Dan Shelton, exactly. Wells Jones is against the clock. Yeah.
Hey, Diola.
Book and tackles. Jones has all the skills to execute this offense. Now he doesn't have as strong as an arm as Josh, but you don't need that arm to execute the offense and be great.
It is.
All right, the chat is caught up. Ready for football and ready for UFC 279 tomorrow, fellas.
Matt Stafford sucked yesterday.
You want to know why he sucked?
Because he got pressure on him the entire game.
Exactly. And first of all, he didn't have OBJ and he didn't have Van Jefferson out there with him as well. And his offensive line is not as good as it was last year. You know, Whitworth retired.
Yep. Yeah. Notebook got abused that whole game.
And so if your offensive line is not up to par and you're losing weapons, that's what happens. I don't care how good of that team just won the Super Bowl and they got embarrassed because they played a team that came in the gap after the fucking quarterback, get his ass, the original get his ass team, the Bills. They got Von Miller coming at you full speed ahead. Phillips. What's the other
Rousseau,
defensive tackle?
Gregory Rousseau,
What's the other
Basham,
defensive
The guy
tackle?
who won his
Espinoza.
last draft, Russo.
Ed
Ron
Oliver.
Jones.
Ed Oliver. All those guys coming at you full steam.
Jefferson.
And the only weapon he really had out there was Cooper Kupp. Other than that, it was Higbee and Skroening it.
Yeah, Skoranek. Well, Pat, you just said it right there. The Bills have the one thing that a lot of teams want to have, and that's absolute great defensive line depth, because they were able to rotate their guys to an even amount of snaps to keep all of them
And
fresh.
they were fresh.
And every single one of them were
game.
fresh throughout the entire game, and you saw every single one of those guys. Phillips had 2 sacks last night. Von Miller was a terror. Rousseau had that great play where he tipped it up. Basham had an interception where he tipped it up and picked it. I think Espinoza had a sack. Jaquan Jones had a play.
Be honest with you, Matthew Stafford should have threw 5 interceptions that game because he threw another one straight to Basham again. So does Matthew Stafford suck? No, he does not suck. He's a damn good quarterback. But when you have that coming at you and you don't have all your weapons, now imagine playing under circumstances like that every single game.
Because that's what Daniel Jones has been up against.
Somebody has to go out there and find Allen Robinson, because he was completely MIA that entire game last night.
He's a shell of himself. He's done. I think
that
he's
ACL
done.
injury shot him.
Throughout the world, you a shell of a man. A little respect for you, Nick. We can never be friends.
But imagine playing under those circumstances every single time you step on the field. You have a lackluster line, your weapons are gone, and to top it off, at least Matthew Stafford and them, they still had Sean McVay on the field. You're going out there with Joe Judge and Jason Garrett as your schemers.
Gotta look at the tape.
So you got Joe Judge's scheme, right? You got Joe Judge's scheme. Half your offensive line is injured on an already bad offensive line. You're missing your number 1, number 2, number 3 receiver most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Your tight end is unreliable. You have no running back to speak of. And then you got a coach that destroys the whole system and then holds back players that you actually have chemistry with, and Caden Smith and Slayton. So imagine playing under those circumstances every single Sunday. You saw how bad Matthew Stafford looked last night. And we all know Matthew Stafford is no slouch.
Their offense line's a mess too. They lost, I think, 2 or 3 guys in their O line got hurt too. Their other center, I think, is out for 2 to 4 weeks, and Nope, their left tackle, got hurt too.
Imagine somebody telling you, "Oh, you suck because you're not consistent." What consistency around me? I have no consistency. So I'm supposed to be the main rock under all this chaos. Even when Russell Wilson was over there with the Seattle Seahawks, when their offensive line was bad and their running backs were getting hurt, at least he had DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett every single game.
Yep.
Coach Dabo.
Bills gave you a recipe a little bit.
DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett every single game, and the same scheme they've been running for years. So of course he could do a little something because he is a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback. But to sit there and say this man is inconsistent, what consistency? With what? If
But
the Rams can get
we can't do this every year. We can't do this every year.
I know you can't. We all sitting here saying that if it happens again, he just has to go.
He got to go. Yeah. But
Life is not fair, just like you said. Go ahead, Lou.
Now, I do want to touch on another point that you brought up in your video, Miz. Son of a bitch. Lord have mercy.
We're talking about Miz's video
Buffalo
that he made
Bills?
earlier?
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
Come on.
for years, right? What
Come
was
on,
it?
baby.
18,
A lot of
19
passion went into
years?
that video, right?
I did enjoy it.
19 years, New England's had that division in the chokehold, right?
Right.
Now, Buffalo is going to run away with that division. Joe Judge has completely ruined the offense at New England.
I feel
Well, you
bad for
can't
Mac
see that. They
Jones.
haven't played a game yet.
Miami
Come on.
can't seem to get it together. The Jets, we all know what the fuck they are. So yeah, Buffalo has the AFC East in the chokehold right now, and I don't think they're gonna let up. But back to the NFC East,
For
I think it's our division to take, man.
a while, yeah, for a couple years.
I think it's every team in that NFC's East division to take. I think it's a wide open division. Any one of those four teams could win it.
Nah, I don't
Any
think
one of
any
them could
one of
win
them.
it.
I don't think any one of them can measure up to our coaching. I don't think any of them can measure up to the chip we have on our shoulder.
No.
Especially Saquon. Saquon is coming back with a vengeance this year. Don't be surprised if he puts up fucking Hall of Fame record-breaking numbers this year. I'm telling you, Saquon Barkley is coming back with a vengeance, bro.
I hope you're right, but that's a lot of what ifs. A lot of what ifs on this team that
That's not
have
a
to
what
go the
if.
way of positive.
That's a fact. If you're
Well,
a
if Barkley
gambler,
can stay
you can
healthy,
go
he's
put
got to
your
stay
whole
healthy.
paycheck on Barkley this week. You can go put your whole paycheck on Barkley for the season. Your next paycheck, you can quadruple that motherfucker if you go bet it on Barkley. I promise.
I'm not betting against Barkley when it comes to his talent. I'm just hoping that he can make it through a season without getting hurt. That's the one thing, and that's
Well,
the
he's
same thing
gonna
with the
stay
other
healthy
guys.
because our line is much more improved in the run blocking. So as long as he's not getting smacked up in the backfield and he don't got to try
I'll
to
be
do all
right
the
back,
extra
fellas.
shit to get out of the to get
Okay.
across the scrimmage line. See, that's where the
Breaking
problem
up.
is. He had to do so much stuff to get from behind the backfield because our O line was so trashy that he was getting hurt and straining muscles and doing too much because nobody else did enough.
Mm.
Now that we have a decent offensive line that can run block and he's not getting smacked up in the backfield, it's going to be a totally different Saquon Barkley. And they're going to use him a lot more coming out of the backfield, catching passes, wheel routes, quick slants, screen passes. He's going to be deadly this year, fellas. I'm telling you.
I mean, I have no problem with that feeling. And Barkley, if he stays healthy, he's going to be deadly. But actually, Miz was pretty accurate in a lot of the things that he said in that video because the Giants have to go out there and prove that they can, go out there and prove that they can actually be a good team. As much as we're excited about what's going on right now and about the scheme and everything, this team's got a lot to prove, and they have to go out there and show the fan base that they are actually turning around with the talent on that field. And while I'm optimistic and while I like what I see and while I like what I hear and everything, we have to go out there and see this team actually do it on the football field. Call me a Debbie Downer all you want. I don't care. But I
Well,
have to
I
see this
wouldn't
team
call you
go
a
out there
Debbie
and
Downer,
show
sir.
it.
You're a male.
No,
I
no,
would
not
call you
you,
a
not
gloomy
you,
gut.
not
No,
you.
no, I
I'm
would
talking
call you
about
a
other
gloomy
people
Gus
saying.
because you have male body parts. I wouldn't call
Yeah.
you a Debbie
Oh
Downer.
no, I'm just saying like I sort of have the same feeling like Miz has or like Adam or Mac or anybody else that's a little bit reserved right now. I want to see this team go out there and prove that they're actually on the right track and we got talent. Barkley, there's no doubt about it that Barkley steps on that field and he plays 17 games this year. He's going to dominate. He's just too good right now not to do that. Daniel Jones can't, and that offense can't get any worse than it was last year. I mean, that offense was historically bad. So they're going to get better. I have to see these guys play 17 games, close to 17 games, every single one of them, all those skill players, including Barkley, Jones as well. I have to see this offensive line consistently be improved going into the season. I have to see this defense be able to get a consistent pass rush, as well as not be able to give up the big plays and have consistency when it comes to the back end of that defense and good communication. So I'm not saying that it can't be done. I just have to see it actually happen. And then Lou, Pat, Joel, I am absolutely on board with you guys. I have the same feeling as you, but I am just going to reserve my judgment until I actually see it happen on the football field. And then you know what? I am on that train right now, and I will be as pumped up and have 11-6 as one of my catchphrases out there too, like that you implemented. I just got to see it happen because I can't just keep going every season thinking that this is the year that changes, new coaching staff, new scheme. We bought into that with Joe Judge and everything last year. I know we've seen a lot of differences, and Dable and his coaching staff is a million times better than what we saw with the past few regimes. But we have to see it on the football field, and that's all I have to say.
Hang on. It's gonna be one hell of a ride, and it all starts Sunday.
You're right, Joel.
Go.
You're absolutely
I'm
right.
telling you, you're gonna watch it. You're gonna be on a hell of a ride.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I am begging for all you guys to be right. I really am. I just have to see it actually happen on the football field and actually start putting together some wins, some good play, consistent play, and show that this team really is on the upward swing in the regular season, and then I'll be 1,000% with you guys. But right now, you can't get on me or anybody else. It's a little bit reserved right now, this team right now, until they actually go out and prove it to us. I'm sorry.
You're a gloomy Gus, sir. Let me catch up this chat. D Illa. What's up, Lou, Jeffy, everyone on the panel? What's going on, D Illa? Von Miller was destroying the left side of that line. That one play where he dipped to beat the tackle was nasty. If he has an injury similar to a baseball pitcher, he's not making it through the season. Stafford. Joe Judge sold us all wolf tickets. Yeah, he did. Deception, what's going on, brother? Miami always plays Buffalo close, though. Guys, Philly's defense could help them win the division by itself. Philly is going to get tore up by the injury bug and the quarterback fucking bullshit. Watch. Big Blue for Life 57 Ortiz. Yo, what's good, my fellas? Let's all be fired up for our season opener, my dudes. Let's go Giants. Facts.
Yep.
Big Blue for Life. Yeah, but to watch the Pats or Jets beat the Bills week 12 or 13, NFL always throws up those how the fuck did they beat them games. Yeah, you're right. You are right. We're going to see 2018 Barkley. Sherman's scheme put him in the space, and we're about to see that same scheme on steroids. Watch, number 26E. Facts, D-Dan. I agree with you 100%. I think Saquon's going to have a damn Hall of Fame season, man. Take the Giants and the under panel. Chat, I'm out. Okay. Thank you, Frank. Hey, fellas, we talk about Saquon to be healthy, but we all forget we're going to have a good running game this year. Our backups are pretty good, maybe the best we have had in a long time. That's true. We have a running back by committee.
I'm blocking offensive line, too.
Link here again, Lou. Okay.
I think he wants the link again, yeah.
There it is. It's in the chat, Miz. Hey, with the shit O-line, Jones moved the ball between the 20s pretty well when he was on the field. Red zone sucked. Yeah, I think there's going to be much improved this time, Bookend. I put it in the chat already, Miz. Wilson, New Jersey, my dude. What's good, bro? Bookend says 11-6, believe. Always the optimist.
Yep.
Lou hate Philly, but Philly has a squad. Yeah, I hate them too. They defense is pretty good. I said it when they was drafting. I was like, shit, if we don't fix our offensive line, we in trouble because they just stacked their defense. I agree. But I don't think their chemistry is there. I think there's a lot of backbiting and bickering and egos in that Philadelphia locker room. They have a big ego problem. And I think that's going to play to our advantage. Giants clown. What the deal? Love my
Giants clown.
Getting Jolly stomped by Henry. No linebackers and edge rushers. I beg to differ, sir. I think we're going to shut King Henry down. Remember, the queen died the day before yesterday, so the king ain't going to be worth a shit. Just saying. Eagles on paper, very strong. And what Trey Sermon finally figure out how to play football, and Philly will kick Miles Sanders to the curb. Right. Finally figure out how to play football, and Philly will kick Miles Sanders to the curb.
That point was so good, Lou had to have it said twice.
There you go.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah. Philadelphia on paper looks pretty good. I mean,
I'm back.
But let's be real. Everybody wants to talk about the people that they got. Now all of a sudden, Bradbury's an all-pro again. Even though when he was on here, people were saying get rid of him and he sucked and he was giving up touchdowns and blase. But now that he goes to Philly, now all of a sudden he's an all-pro again. Darius Slay, we've been beating Darius Slay since he's been with the Eagles. Slayton has been eating him alive since he's been with the Eagles. Look it up. Gardner Johnson. He's fast, but that's about it. He's not a great tackler, and I don't see what the super hype is about Gardner Johnson, because if he was that good, Gardner Johnson, the Saints would have never traded him. Gardner Johnson wasn't even a starter on the Saints. It was Marshawn Lattimore and the other guy. So, and then you got the rookie, the defensive tackle from Georgia. Okay. You got Fletcher Cox. Okay. We played these guys day in and day out, and we actually beat them with the squad we had last year. And we all know that was a JV squad last year. And now that our offensive line has gotten better, you don't think that we can block those guys now? N'Kobe Dean is an injury waiting to happen. What's going on, Super Taj? N'Kobe Dean is an injury waiting to happen. Their other linebacker, he ain't the greatest. Their safeties are not the greatest. Jalen Hurts. If our defensive line is healthy going into that game and we force him to play in the pocket, which we can with Ojulari and Thibodeau, because they both have the speed to get his ass if he tries to get out that pocket, and Wink is going to be sending the heat. Yes, they have A.J. Brown. I got it. I got you. Devontae Smith. I got you. That's going to be a good game between those teams. It's going to come down to Aaron Robinson and Adoree Jackson. That's the only weak point I see us playing now. And Daniel Jones actually played very well against them with the line that he had last year with none of his weapons. So let's see what he can do with an offensive line that's blocking better, because they're going to block better if they're healthy. They have no choice but to block better than Nate Solder and Matt Pert. They have no choice but to block better.
Man, I'm not even worried about the dang.
And if we got Tony, if Tony is healthy, which is an if, even if Can't Get Right don't show up as much as he should, Wan'Dale Robinson, if he has Shep on the field, you know he has a connection with Shep is on the field. I don't see why we can't have a very good game against those guys. Am I guaranteeing victory? No, but I'm not guaranteeing a victory with the Philadelphia Eagles against us either. Y'all got to stop this stuff, or we just going to get stoned. That's not going to happen, bro.
Who said that?
Everybody said that we're going to get stoned. Hold on.
Lions Clown said that in the comment. He said, what the deal? Love my G-man, but we getting jolly stomped by Henry. No linebackers and edge rushers.
All right, timeout. When in the NFC East has any team really stomped the other out? Every single NFC East game that's played for every team in that division is normally very close. It always usually comes down to the last couple of drives between those NFC East teams because we know each other that much, and because of the competitiveness between every single one of those squads. Now, I'm not saying we're going to go out there and beat Philly. On paper, they have more talent, especially when it comes to that lines. They got a lot of talent on the offensive, especially the defensive line. They do have talent, so I'll give them credit where credit is due. But we do have – I think we have talent too, so I think it'll be a closer matchup than maybe people expect, and we always play the Eagles close. That is the guaranteed.
Honestly,
when we're not good,
I'm more worried
and when
about.
they're I'm worried about all those teams.
Honestly, though, like for me, I'm more worried about like the Cowboys than I am with the Eagles. I'll be honest with you.
I'm not sleeping on the Commanders though. They have a pretty decent squad too.
No, I said the Cowboys.
I know, but I'm not sleeping on the Commanders either. They got a decent squad as well.
Like every time we lose to the Cowboys, it's almost a blowout. But then, we lose to the Eagles, it's always some dumb shit happen at the end that never goes in our way.
Want me to be real, Tom?
We should beat the Eagles.
Jalen and the Eagles run similar to the Ravens.
That's right.
Wink should know how to handle it.
I actually think this year, unlike the last few years, this year we have a better chance to match up and beat Dallas because Dallas's O-line is a mess.
Facts, Miz. I think they're the team that we actually have the best chance out of the three teams division because their O-line, like you just mentioned,
Hold on.
You froze.
So Diella said, "What about him? He's nothing special to me. I look at the guy play. He played with the Chargers. Was he that great with the Chargers? If he was that great, why didn't the Chargers re-sign him when they retooled that defense? Why was he the odd man out?" Devontae Smith said he would wreck the secondary. Did he wreck the secondary last year? Did he wreck our secondary last year when we played him?
No. Jalen Hurts was too busy passing the ball to Jalen Reagor, who couldn't catch a cold.
Because if Devontae Smith was wrecking our secondary, that means he would have been open all game, and even Jalen Hurts can hit open receivers. Was Devontae Smith wrecking us last year?
Last year in the game, they didn't sweep us.
No, I don't care about what happened last year. It's a
No,
whole
no, no.
new
I'm just
season.
saying, but he was out there last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wasn't he
And did
tearing
he
our
records
secondary
last
up
year?
last year? If he was tearing our secondary up last year, we wouldn't have beat them once last year. So
D'Ella, just answer that question. Did Devontae Smith tear us up last year when we played the Eagles with the whack ass team that we had last year and the secondary that we had last year? Did he tear us up?
nope. And we were playing the bend don't break defense. We're not
Right.
playing that type of defense this year.
Jalen Hurts
And
was missing
D'Ella, he
God
says, go
wide
watch the
open.
film. Jalen Hurts missed them time and time again. Okay,
He kept on
so
missing
this
him.
year, Jalen Hurts has just turned into a great quarterback, and he's just gonna hit everybody this year, right? Even if we get more pressure than we got on him last year, which was none. We weren't getting no pressure on Jalen Hurts last year. So you mean to tell me if Wink gets that pressure on Jalen Hurts this year, Jalen Hurts is just developing to a quarterback that can just carve people up? That's his game now. He didn't play bad, but you said that he's going to carve this defense. He didn't carve our secondary up last year.
Nope.
No,
And
Hurts was bad against
we had a
us.
worse secondary than we do this year. So
What you mean? He was a oh, so now he was a rookie last year. That's why he didn't carve us up. So what have you seen on film during these preseason that Devontae Smith has gotten to just turn into Devontae Adams or DeAndre Hopkins or somebody this year? What made him go from a 75 rating up to a 95 all of a sudden?
yeah, speak your piece, D'Ella.
There's actually one guy on that team that maybe is floating a little bit under the radar that nobody's talking a lot is Quez Watkins. Their deep threat, their version of our Darius Slayton, who goes down the field and takes the top off the defense.
Exactly,
solid.
Jeff. But
Quez Watkins is that guy.
Now
They
I
gotta
don't
have
disagree
the
with you on
quarterback to
this.
get it to him.
I don't disagree with you on this statement right here. What do second-year wide receivers do on most occasions, especially a guy like him? Most receivers coming into their second year have a much better outing than they did their first year. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be able to do that shit on us. You see what I'm saying?
See. Hopefully he doesn't. So
We're
Smith
going to
is a
break
damn good
his skinny
receiver.
ass up coming across the middle because their quarterback ain't smart. He's going to put him in a compromising position. Hold on. Jalen Hurts is going to throw a ball in a bad spot and put Devontae Smith in a compromising position where he's going to get laid out across the middle of the goddamn field. And he's going to think twice about that shit ever again. And he's going to hear footsteps for about 6 months before he break out of that shit mentally. Devontae Smith is not going to be a threat to the New York Football Giants. You can take that shit to the bank. Nobody on the Philadelphia shitty Sheagles is going to fucking do anything to the New York Giants. I don't care what it looked like on paper. If there's anybody that we're going to sweep in the NFC East, it's going to be them.
Lou, you want to know how to counter that real quick? You want to know how to counter that passing game? Have your defensive linemen put their hands up and knock and bat that ball down and tip it up and have a pick.
The thing with the Eagles is not their passing game; it's their running game.
The running game.
It's not the passing game. I don't give a shit that they got AJ Brown. If you stop Jalen Hurts from getting out that pocket, running around like a chicken with his head cut off, you're going to stop the Eagles. Yeah. You said that Devontae Smith was going to carve us up, and I said, what did you see in the preseason or training camp that says that Devontae Smith is leveled up that good? You said that. You said that Devontae Smith is going to carve us up. And I'm asking you, what did you see in the preseason or training camp? Because that's the only thing you've seen. You haven't seen a regular season game yet that you say that Devontae Smith is going to carve us up.
I'm going to tell you who Jalen Hurts is going to end up being, his career. Jalen Hurts is going to be a Tony Romo, a Donovan McNabb.
And that's not bad at all.
No. But he's never going to win the big game. He's going to get to the playoffs and lose or choke or throw 3 picks. Tony Romo did that shit every time. Right before the playoffs, he played somebody and throw 3 damn interceptions and lose the game. And they'd be out. Donovan McNabb was the same way. He played good all year. Yeah, put up good stats. But when it came to the team moving forward, he'd choke up.
Pat actually brought up a good point though about the running game. If you really want to stop that Philadelphia Eagles offense, and what really drove them to that playoff season last year was their running game.
Yeah.
Once they were able to develop that running game, because they have a good run blocking offensive line, that's when their offense. Bless you, Miz. That's when their offense. Bless you again. That's when their offense really started to take off, and that's when Jalen Hurts was really in his comfort zone, when he was able to sit back because of the fact that running game was operating so strong towards the end of the season. So if you can find a way to slow down that Philadelphia Eagles running game and make Jalen Hurts have to sit back there, keep him inside that pocket and make him try to sit in the pocket and beat you, that's where you're going to have your advantage on him. You have to make sure you keep him in that pocket and make him sit there and try to throw it accurately to his wide receivers and slow down that running game. And then that's where you're going to have your biggest advantage against that Eagles offense.
And I want to go with this comment right here by D. Illa. He says they start off the season throwing the ball a ton, and then they turn into more of a running team in the middle of the year. So, D. Illa, were the Eagles running through people in the beginning of the year when they was throwing the ball a ton? Hell no. You want to know why? Because Jalen Hurts is not that type of quarterback. He's not the type of quarterback that can just sit in that pocket and eat you alive. No, he eats you alive by getting out that pocket and letting those receivers run around all day, and then he hits them when he has time running around. That's why I say Wink's defensive system is set up to not let any quarterback do that. You have to make quick decisions. And if you force Jalen Hurts to make those quick decisions and make those passes in the pocket and make those tough throws, no receiver on the Eagles is going to carve us up, because I don't believe that guy can make those plays.
Nope.
I do watch a lot of film, and I know what Devontae Smith is about. Believe me, I'm a Gator fan. I watch him carve us up years. I watched him last year. I'm not saying Devontae Smith is not good. The dude is good. But the quarterback matters. And if you're getting pressure on Jalen Hurts, or you making him throw those throws from the pocket, look what he did against us that first game. He was throwing interceptions left and right. And you're saying that he was missing receivers. So if he's missing Devontae Smith still, does that mean Devontae Smith is killing us? No, he's not getting the ball.
Both them games against the Jalen Hurts played horrible. Like in that first half and that second game, that first half, like against us, he played horrible.
Right. It was just that the defense got tired and the offense couldn't do shit.
Right. Like the offense was terrible. Like which the defense just gave up.
No, that whole entire Eagles team is predicated pretty much on Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts can actually put it together and become a better quarterback, then they're going to be a good team. We have to be real. They're going to be a good team. But if he doesn't take that step forward and hinders that offense, the Eagles are not going to be as good, especially on offense, as many people think. He's the biggest key to that team, obviously. He's going to turn that team from being a good team to possibly being a playoff team that could make a run, because they do have a lot of talent. You can't take it away from the Eagles. On paper, they do. They got to go out there and prove it, but their quarterback has got to be the guy that's got to take that step forward and, prove to them that it could actually be a legit quarterback in this league. Because if you can't, the Eagles aren't going to be as good as many think.
You know what the Eagles are going to be? They're going to be a team that if you can't stop the run, they're going to beat the absolute hell out of you. It's going to be a 38 to whatever game, because they're going to be able to hold on to that ball and score. And then you're going to have to try to score real quick on their defense. And I believe their defense is going to be pretty good. Not as good as people say that they're going to be, but when they played teams that made Jalen Hurts throw the ball all last year, they got their ass whooped every time. They didn't beat not one team with a winning record last year. Not one. Nope. Even we beat the Raiders, and they made the playoffs. I'm telling you, the Eagles are a team that if you're a sorry team, they're going to run over you. But you have a really good team, you got a chance to run over them. That's how they're built. I don't care if you got Jerry Rice on that field. If you don't have the quarterback that can get the ball to him on a consistent basis, Jerry Rice's stats are coming down.
Man, Jalen Hurts ain't like that, man. He not like that.
One thing with the Eagles, man, the front four on defense is going to be pretty strong.
Yeah, his front four on defense is going to be pretty good. I still think they can beat them.
Especially the interior. So if you're going to run the ball on the Eagles, you're going to have to You're gonna have to run outside because I
Miz,
think the inside's gonna be stacked up.
we gonna smack the shit out of him, Miz. You heard me? I'm telling you, bro.
Lou,
Listen,
that's your answer for everything. We're gonna smack the shit out of them.
you know what? It usually works. You smack some sense into a motherfucker, they start acting different.
He could smack the shit out of them.
Very good games. I think
I'm
it's
just
gonna be
saying,
two very
Eagles
good games
with
between those
Cox
two teams.
and Jordan. Oh, I think I will tell you right now, we'll split just like we did last year. The Giants will beat them in one game, and I think this year we split with Dallas, which I don't think we've done in 3 years or so.
Yeah.
So
I can't
we
remember last time we
ain't
beat
beat Dak
Dallas.
Prescott. We ain't beat Dak Prescott in 5 years, man. Like, that's why I'm looking at the Cowboys more than the Eagles.
That's sad. And I think the Dallas Cowboys are ripe for the picking right now. I think this is the perfect year to get them, especially we're playing them early.
You know, you might pick them, Jeff.
No matter how much they fallen off, they're still like the
You
team
might pick
that
them in
I
week
like.
3 because if both our defensive ends are fully healthy for that game, Dallas is going to have problems.
You know, Miz, I think that's actually what maybe they're doing. They're trying to hold both those guys out for that game against Dallas. Maybe they don't play against Carolina and Azeez Ojulari.
Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe they're holding those two guys out for that game against Dallas and getting them about close to 100%, so they know for that big divisional game that's going to be when they're going to unleash those two against that suspect offensive line of Dallas. Now, I have no problem with that.
Ojulari and Thibodeau.
And Leonard Williams and Lawrence.
I think you get Azeez back next week for the home opener. I think they keep Thibs out to make 100% sure for the Dallas game.
I can see that.
He's too valuable to rush him back out there. So
Right.
I agree 100% with you, Miz. 1,000%.
Go to the Illa's next comment.
Beavers would snap him in half. Throw the ball to Smith. I dare you.
Improve
over time. Correct. We all say Jones is going to improve year in and year out. Why can't Jalen do the same? He can't do that because he's wearing a Philly jersey, right?
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying that he can't improve.
He can.
But Daniel Jones didn't play with a very good offensive line. You know, the Eagles had almost the number one ranked offensive line when he was playing last year. Yep. Even before they started running the ball very good. So if you're playing them behind, I think the number one or number two offensive line, and you still can't hit open receivers, what makes you think that he's going to improve this year?
Good point, Wales. Team will game plan for her run game. They will force him to throw. We shall see.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, he's his second year in the league, so he gets another year under his belt, which is just natural.
Yeah. Naturally, he should be better.
Any quarterback.
Better grasp of the offense.
I don't care. I'm not a guy who usually throws names out, but they did add A.J. Brown, so it is another weapon. And the Eagles, from what I think I read somewhere, the Eagles have like the number one ranked O-line going into this season.
Yeah. The O-line's damn good.
Jalen Hurts was playing behind the number one ranked offensive line last year, and he was missing receivers. And they say, you know what? We're going to run this damn ball. We're going to run this damn ball.
They ain't start winning games until they start running the ball.
Right.
I do agree with Miz on that, though. He should be naturally better this year. It is his second year under the same play calling, same scheme. He should have a better grasp of the offense, better command of the offense. So, he should naturally be better. But I agree with Wells as well. They will game plan for his running, and they will force him to beat him in the pocket. You know what I mean? So let's see if Jalen Hurts can carry the team to a victory when he is forced to stay inside the pocket and be a pocket passer.
Well, Lou, I agree with one point that you made earlier. I do believe that for the first time in a while, this NFC East is more wide open than it has been because I think Dallas has taken at least a step back or two compared to what they've been for the past few years. But I strongly believe that any single team in this NFC East could take that division if they get on a roll. And I'm including the Commanders in there because I think they've improved as well. Carson Wentz is not – we all make fun of him. He's not a bad quarterback. He actually puts up pretty solid numbers. He just screws up when it comes to that clutch moment, but he's actually not a bad quarterback, and their receiving core is pretty good too. Their offensive line is not bad, and they still have a solid pass rush. So I can't just
you know why the Commanders to me are somewhat I was going to say that, Jeff. To me, the Commanders are a little dangerous because all offseason, they're the only team nobody spoke about. They're just quietly flying under the radar.
I remember how they was hyped up before last season.
Yeah, but not this season. Not going into this season.
I think they'll be better.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be a better team this year as well. I think the Giants will be better. I think the Commanders will be better. I think both teams are doing it right, and they're improving that the lines. And I think the Commanders actually have a good, solid wide receiver core too. They're about 3 or 4 strong too. We're talking about Wan'Dale Robinson. They got Jahan Dotson. McLaurin's probably the best receiver in this division. And if Curtis Samuel's healthy, he's not bad as that slot guy. He's pretty solid. And also, Logan Thomas, he's a pretty damn good tight end.
When he's healthy.
Exactly, when he's healthy.
Too.
Right.
And Gibson's not a bad running back. So we can't just throw the Commanders aside like they're just going to be this easy team we're going to beat. They're good too.
I don't think I've ever seen Sam.
If we win Sunday, I'm coming on your channel at 7:30. We going 11-6, baby.
You might be going on that channel then and saying we're going 11-6 because I think there's a good chance we might be winning.
We're gonna start. Listen, I got a quote number 92. I got a quote number 92, bro. What we gonna do? Stomp that ass. I'm telling you, bro.
Hey Lou,
I'm telling you.
Two touchdowns, 100 yards for Kenny Galladay.
That the Giants gonna squash the Titans.
I'll tell you the truth.
I would really rooting to see Galladay have a good game and score a touchdown. I think that would go a long way.
I think he is. Would it not be shocking if he goes out there this Sunday and has a big game? Because everybody's been trashing the dude this offseason. First game of the season, he goes up there, throws up 100 yards receiving, and gets 2 or 3 touchdowns. Would anybody be shocked? How you doing, Namar? I wouldn't. Because I think they're going to target him a lot in this game to get him going early.
We will see.
I would not be shocked if they're going to target him.
Get right to the 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, we win. I promise you that.
No doubt.
He's our slowest receiver. If he can get 2 touchdowns, we win.
Red zone, Lou. Just red zone. Hopefully he can actually catch the ball when the ball's thrown to him in the red zone, unlike last year. Maybe use that 6'4" frame and take advantage of it instead of, flopping all over the place like he did the year before.
Mainstream media always picks Dallas, and the division just keeps rotating.
Shit, they're picking Philly now.
Yep.
Jay-Lay.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey,
ladies and gentlemen, in less than 24 hours, the New York Football Giants is putting the NFL on fucking notice.
Facts. Talk your shit, Jay.
We finna go out there and we finna upset these hapless Titans with their hobbled King Henry, and we finna snatch that throne off and that crown off. And we about to let the league know that the Giants is back in town and Dayball done created an unwoken up beast.
Talk your shit, son.
Oh, if the Giants win on Sunday, there's the Giants Twitter is gonna be going off saying we back. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And all of them will be fake too.
I was just about to say it's gonna be a whole bunch of people saying I said this and I said shit. It's a select few of us that had the foresight to see what's about to happen to these motherfuckers.
Talk your shit, Jay. I'm telling you, because I'm going to make some I told you so videos. I'm telling you. Listen, Thomas and McLaurin are always hurt. So is Shepard, Tony, and Galladay. Well, I think it's the NFC East is going to be hurt by the Giants coming out and smashing in old school fashion, running up the middle, smash mouth football, and then play action over the top on that ass. I'm telling you.
Big 6'9" lineman pulling out for little bubble routes and blocking a whole fucking half of the field. So we can run in for a touchdown. Screen routes when you got over 600 pounds of fucking linemen blocking in front of you.
You seen Andrew Thomas out there blocking last year before he got hurt. I'm telling you, bro, it's about to be our run block is pretty good.
That's what I'm saying.
And that was they didn't even get warmed up. They played a few series in the preseason and then they pull them out. So
I like.
you let them boys get warmed up and play a whole fucking game.
Yeah,
By the third quarter, bro,
that's a
man, I'm
redneck.
telling you.
I'm
But
telling you, I mean, I like that play in preseason because they didn't show us everything. They just gave us a little taste. But when Evan Neal, pulled out and was blocking in front of Darius Slayton, with that being, Joker or Wandale or somebody else, maybe even Saquon, that's that's potentially 6 to the house, man. Especially if they, keep on practicing that and they get to get a good feel for each other, man. It's just gonna do nothing but build chemistry and iron sharpen iron, man, like they've been saying all off season.
let me catch up the chat real quick. D. Illa, Kadarius is the guy. If he eats and plays the entire game, we have a shot. Detroit
Now,
beat
now,
Philly week
is
1.
Roche should be called up for the game, right?
He
Yes.
said Detroit.
I would think Roche should be playing this game.
Probably, yeah.
And
Detroit
Tony
beat
Jefferson.
Philly week 1. Dan Campbell will break knees if they lose.
He will.
Mr. Finesse says Giants football is back. Jay Lay, what's up? Big Blue
What's up with the
56
Wells?
Ortiz. Yo, Big Lou and Big Pat. Y'all remember the R saying back in the 90s, we're going to Earth.
We're
We're going to Earth you, bro. Yeah, hell
Mhm.
yeah. Earth your ass. Hell yeah.
Earth you, bro.
Want to know. Facts. Detroit Philly will be a good game. I've got Detroit potentially winning that division. People are sleeping on Detroit.
I agree with them. I think
Whoa.
people are sleeping on Detroit. I think they're going to be a better
But
team
to
this year
win
than
the
people think.
division?
Saquon 150 all-purpose yards. And don't sleep on Riggs.
You're damn right. Don't sleep on my guy Riggs. It's going to surprise some people again.
Oh, Riggs is a
Plays.
beast, bro. I've
Listen.
always said it. When he's healthy, he's our most clutch receiver on the field.
You used to want to hear Miz starting to go off in the middle of the stream saying, "That motherfucker going down injury again." Fuck him.
That shit was funny as hell, bro. I can't even call the game no more after that.
Oh, man.
That shit was funny. Fuck 'em.
He said, "Fuck him."
Yeah, Pat, remember that
I'll
that
root for him on
Cowboys
Sunday.
game?
I want to see him play, man. I miss him.
He got hurt.
I'll tell you one guy that I'll be cursing at. As soon as he screws up the very first time, man, I'm gonna be all over that ass. Pause. All right, and that's that damn Zimmerman.
Oh, he's probably going to be starting too.
Oh, Shane.
I'm waiting for him to miss one run to the outside or not hold down his side, and I'm gonna fucking go off
He
like an
sucks
alarm.
at setting the edge, bro. That's why I don't understand why he's on this team. He can't set the edge.
Miz, you better get that rant ready because I think he's going to miss something.
So let's see.
Oh,
Miz, you better get that rant ready.
Shame, oh, shame. Oh, shame. Oh, shame.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe he developed into something.
But you know what? Scheme matters and technique matters. Maybe Wink came in here and taught him the proper scheme, the proper way to stand, the proper angle to rush from. You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
Watch him have 2 sacks and a forced fumble on Sunday.
Hey,
I'd take it.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that
No, that
too.
would be great.
Shit.
That'd be awesome.
I'll take him just
Forced
to make
fumble
a
return for a touchdown.
Shit, just make a tackle for loss. Shit.
Guys, wouldn't it be so ironic if, like, the guys that we've been dogging this entire offseason are the guys that actually help us win the games, like Galladay and Zimenez,
Darius Slayton's going
Darius Slayton, they're the keys for helping us win.
Darius Slayton's going to catch the first touchdown.
Corey Webster.
Corey
Webster. Remember that Corey Webster got benched.
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
Coughlin was thinking about getting rid of his ass. And then his ass got in line and started playing and made a few game-winning interceptions in the playoffs for us.
Yep. Game against Green Bay in 2007. That key interception off Favre.
Yeah, in overtime. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Favre did throw it right at his nipples.
Yeah.
He did. He did.
Hard threw it right to him.
He did.
He made sure his nipples were there, though. He made sure
His nipples.
Oh, shit.
he put his nipples in position to get in the way.
Oh, he said you ain't had no nipple.
No, Roche's going to get brought up because Tibbs and Ozarlara aren't going to play, so Roche's definitely going to get called up. Same thing with Tony Jefferson because I don't think Belton's going to play either.
Nope.
Ain't Belton's still out for the next few weeks, isn't he?
I don't know. Dane Belton, the rookie. The one that broke his collarbone at the beginning of training camp. He was in a red jersey all week, but he seems like he's getting closer, but they're probably just holding him out, so getting close to 100%.
Yep.
So maybe holding him out for Dallas. Could be next week, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Dallas too.
Aziz.
I'm not worried about him. We got to get the edge rushers back.
Right.
Yeah, I hated that Beavers got hurt too, man. That shit sucked.
That was a killer. That was a killer when he went down.
Especially once you get rid of Blake Martinez, because it's like, can Tay Crowder be that guy?
Yep.
You know, I mean, I know he was short. He's got better last year as the year went on, but I mean, is he really your Mike linebacker, bro? Like,
yeah, but you guys heard that interview with Alex with Paul Dottino and how much that Dottino was talking so glowingly about McFadden. So we might have something in this McFadden kid because Dottino is one of the guys that covers the Giants a ton. He was very glowing when it came to talking about Micah McFadden. So that might be a good sign for us when it comes to this play. Pause, yeah. My bad, I forgot the pause. But
Tony
it's something to look forward to.
Definitely get called up. I really hope this whole Galladay Slayton thing is a deceptive facade and they ball out week 1. Hey, man, listen, I hope so too, bro. Listen, I want us to go undefeated, but you know, I'm saying 11-6. At the end of the day, bro, if we win 8-9 games, I'm fucking happy.
Going all day to show up.
In year 1 of a rebuild, you win 8-9 games, you are definitely trending in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? But you look at our schedule, you look at the chip on these shoulders, you look at the new play calling, the new feeling in the arena. These guys come out on the field like they're winners already. They step out on the field like they're winners. You know what I'm saying? And when you have confidence, it shows. And it helps you progress as a player. It helps you to build continuity on the line. It helps overall team morale, chemistry, culture. And they got it. You know what I'm saying? Joe Judge talked about building a culture. Dable and Shane came here and brought a culture. And you can see it. It's evident. These guys are playing with a renewed zeal. You know what I mean? And I'm just telling you, bro, I see them making a big statement and putting the league on notice week 1. Shut down King Henry, blitz your ass off, and shut it down on the secondary. You know what I'm saying? Force Tannehill to beat you and shut him down.
Oh crap! We lost Miz. I wouldn't be surprised if we send a lot of corner blitzes on them too at some times, maybe to make up for if we're lacking at that pass rush on the outside linebacker position with Thibodeau and Ozolari out. So maybe like try to confuse them a little bit. And Wink has some other ways to send some pressure over on Tannehill. And the whole key is stopping. If we stop King Henry, we have a damn good shot to win that game because
that is the key. That is the key.
Yeah, we have to stop King Henry. And our offensive line, I got to do a good job, especially the interior part against a guy like Jeffrey. I think Jeffrey Simmons is the key to that defense. If we could slow him down and have him wreck our offensive line, then I think we have a good chance on offense to do something too, especially with the Harold Landry injury.
Stop Henry and make sure we capitalize off of any turnovers or any time we have the ball, we got to score. We can't have too many 3-and-outs or, wasted drives, you know what I'm saying? Even too many damn field goals. We got to get on the board, man. Get that confidence going back in this organization.
Yeah.
Tell them again, Brian. All those Jones haters can stay on that side, man, after Sunday.
Yeah, you got that right.
I think the biggest game was oh, man.
Stay on that side, damn it.
Oh, they're still not going to shut up about it. They're going to need to see way more than that.
He said they be making spaces just to slander 8. Never seen fans like them. Yeah, we got a big hater-based fan base. Henry will be demoted to gesture after we fool him on Sunday. Let's go.
I'm gonna say it right now. The key to this game is our wide receivers. I'm gonna keep saying it. The key to this game is our wide receivers. We've been hyping these guys up. These guys have been pretty much the guys that have been paid a ton of money, one of the most expensive wide receiver groups. pretty much on the walk-in wound is spending much more time on the bench licking their wounds on IR than actually playing on the field. They are the key to this game. If they can go over there, Barkley we know is going to eat. Barkley's going to be all over the place, and he's going to get his. Can guys like Galladay, Tony, Shepard, Wandale Robinson, if he plays, Slayton, can these guys actually go out there and actually stay on the field for longer than 2 fucking quarters, but actually go out there and be able to make the plays that we need, taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups? Because Tennessee does have a nice young secondary, but at the same time, these Giants wide receivers can't exploit that secondary if they have a
this
one-on-one
secondary
matchup.
is hurt. I think 2 people from that secondary ain't even gonna play.
Who's
I
out for the
think
secondary?
Saquon gets over 20 touches. I think he
Absolutely.
gets just about 20, 21.
I think he does. I test their secondary immediately. Make them think we're giving it to Barkley. Test their secondary immediately. Throw a deep shot to Slayton. Catch them off guard.
Boy, hey, listen, that would be beautiful.
Did it that first game last year. Deep shot to Darius Slayton. Hit it for about 40, 45 yards. Why not do it again this year? Prove to them that this offense is different from what it was last year.
Watch Darius Slayton catch the first touchdown.
I think he might. I think he might.
That would be funny.
He's another guy that's looking
root
for
for Daniel
redemption.
Jones and Darius Slayton on the same play.
Yeah. Redemption.
Wouldn't that be something?
I love it. I love it. Daniel Jones is a great deep ball thrower. Take advantage of that arm. You have a good enough blocking with the offensive line. Throw it downfield. Have Darius Slayton run a go or 9 route. See if he can outrun those defensive backs. There you go. Stretch the field and then let your guys in the middle of the field take advantage of those slants. Some of those, even like some throws to the side. Have some good blocking in front of them, like a Kadarius Toney or Wandale Robinson. We're in business.
Wells, he says, do you guys think running back by committee benefits Saquon Barkley? I think it benefits him health-wise, but not contractually. I think if you can get a good run game and win some games with a running back by committee, then you have no need to sign Barkley to a big contract. So it may benefit the team, but I don't think it would benefit Saquon.
Yeah.
But the running back by committee could be
lethal.
The 3rd and 1s. They give it to Antonio Williams, let them get the ball, and Breida and Barkley, they use them for the off tackle runs. I still think Barkley gets a contract if he's putting up mad all-purpose yards. Because maybe you got Breida or Antonio Williams and Barkley on the field at the same time.
True.
Pat, no lie, I wouldn't even mind seeing Brightwell over there, maybe running some of those short plays because he runs hard.
Brightwell runs hard, man.
Maybe throw him out there on some of those 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s because he runs really hard up the middle. Pause.
Hey y'all, I got a fantasy football question. Instead of since George Kittle's hurt, who you play?
Hold
Cole
down.
Kmet or the tight end from Broncos?
Cole
Kmet. Tight end on the Broncos?
Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet? Yeah, that's what I got in there. All right. Fantasy question over. Back to the regular schedule programming.
Yeah, you play Cole Kmet because the Bears ain't got no choice but to throw it to him.
They have Darnell Mooney and who else?
And Cole Kmet.
Right. Byron Pringle, I think, is their number 2.
Like I said, Mooney and Cole Kmet.
And Montgomery, I guess, if you count him at running back.
Yeah, he'll be hurt by 3rd quarter.
Probably right. He's the Devontae Parker of running backs.
There's anybody who gets injured almost as much as Riggs, just him. But they ain't gonna have no choice but to throw it. I got Cole Kmet as my starter in one fantasy league. I know they got to throw the ball to him.
Yeah.
That man gonna get at least 6 to 7 targets a game.
Yeah.
You know who's also gonna probably have a huge year this year? Kyle Pitts.
Yep.
He's gonna have a monster year over there in
But to
Atlanta.
throw it to him too.
Yeah, because they got Drake London, and if he's even that good, and then who else? And maybe Cordell Patterson. He's not bad as that dual threat guy.
Cordell Patterson's the running back / kick returner, punt returner / receiver /
What the hell else does he not do? He does everything. Maybe he plays quarterback sometimes too.
He make a killer BLT. You know what I'm saying? He get you make you a sandwich.
Shit, cuz the cook, everything over there. Now that's a guy to have on fantasy league because he do everything.
Yeah.
Carl Bryan says first play will be a play action bomb. Watch.
I think he's right. I think we might do that.
Yep, just to keep them on their toes. Let them know, hey, look, you air your punk ass out. You come over here with that bullshit.
Bomb to Kenny Galladay. You imagine?
You gotta have a lot of blocking on that.
Mr. Finesse says get Saquon going early, and those read options will kill them.
Yep.
Albert Obenicum, or however you spell his name, Denver tight end. Denver will have so many scoring opportunities in that game with Geno Smith at QB3.
Oh, yeah.
3 and out all game.
I forgot about Geno Smith. They playing the Seahawks? Shit.
Yeah, but
That's
who
why
does Pittsburgh have?
That's why I was thinking about playing him.
Oh, who does Pitts have throwing him the ball?
Mariota. Or Ritter.
Check out the Packers tight end position.
Oh, Tanyan?
Service, J-Lay.
Well, they have Robert Tanyan if he comes back.
So yeah, Tanyan's already picked up. They already picked him up. Somebody already picked him up in my league.
Yeah. The Jets got some nice tight ends as well over there on the night team with Uzama and Conklin. Those are two other guys maybe that if you get a chance to pick them up in fantasy.
Man, I'm telling you, it's a wrap, fellas. Week 1, we come out here, we punch them in the face, we make our statement. Now, here's the difference. Last season, we had a coach who said we're going to line up and punch you in the face for 60 minutes. We didn't do that. This season, we have a coach who's been humble and said we're going to go out there and we're going to try to be the best team we can be. This year, we're going to come out here and punch you in the face. Only difference is we ain't stand at the podium and say it. We just going to show it.
I think everybody's going to be flat out shocked if we actually win on Sunday and we're actually above 500. What the hell was the last time we actually been able to say that? 2016?
Right.
Well, we'll fall to the floor. Like, holy crap, we're actually above 500.
They fuck around and beat the Panthers too. It'd be 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. We might have talk trash. We'd be shocked.
The Amelia Sports Report. He says the Rams are trash. Damn it, man. It's kind of harsh. They just won the Super Bowl last year.
One thing to say about the Rams real quick, I think their secondary might be a little bit of a problem.
But thank you for stopping by the Ramelia Sports Report. This is my first time seeing you here. I greatly appreciate you stopping by. Please hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button. And while you're at it, subscribe to Classified 3F with Joe. We are on a mission to get this man to 1,000 subscribers. Still don't understand why he's only at 400. Somebody help me out here, people. Ramelia Sports Report, thank you for being here. He says the Rams are trash. Damn it, man. I think that's kind of harsh.
I just think Jalen Ramsey with their secondary just needs to humble himself.
Yeah. Was it perfect passer rating against him last night?
Yeah, he got smoked.
Oh, yeah. Jalen Ramsey got cooked. Facts.
Especially on that deep route by Diggs. Diggs completely fooled him on that one play. Jalen Ramsey was too busy asking for safety help when he didn't even pay attention to that route that Diggs was running. He had him fooled the entire time.
All I know is he was rotisserie last night.
He was. Gabriel Davis, too. And Higbee couldn't catch anything.
Oh, well, thank you.
Who do you guys think is going to catch the first touchdown of the game this Sunday?
Who, me?
Darius Slayton.
I'll do it here, Cricket.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I've been hearing that from you. Yeah, I don't know.
A cricket? Maybe it's outside my house. There's some crickets chirping outside.
Yeah.
That shit is soothing on the low.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
It's like rain.
Subscribe to Classified 3F with Joe, or we will find you. and we will send Tanya Harding's boyfriend to come and hit you in the shins with a pipe.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, what the hell happened to Taj?
Taj, you know Taj was
Man,
doing
Taj
did
was
he-
gone a long time ago.
Did he ninja again?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, damn it, Taj.
Very, very sneaky stuff.
Yeah.
He's very sticky.
Can I change your socks?
Yeah, can I change your socks?
Bengals
Oh, yeah,
tight
Hayden
end
Hurst.
Hayden Hurst.
It's not bad.
Hayden Hurst could be good in that offense with Burrow.
He's gonna be
I think
the
a lot
fifth
of people
option
would
on
be
that
good in that
offense.
offense with Burrow.
Right.
Yeah. That team's 3 wide receivers strong. I wouldn't be surprised if they got 3 wide receivers over 1,000 yards this year.
Quickly.
And Mixon.
In the chat and the panel, we'll start with Pat first. Score predictions for Giants versus Titans.
Man, I've given my score prediction. I don't know how many times. I'm going 20-17. New York Giants. Daniel Jones leads us to the last second field goal. And Gano does what he does.
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Joe ain't even listening to us. I said, what's your score prediction for the Giants versus the Titans?
32-17 with a late touchdown given up by the Giants.
32-17?
Yep.
So you say we had them down 32-10 at one point.
Let's go, Joe.
Hey, I'll take it.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Jeffy T.
Well, I actually picked them to lose throughout the week because I think that the advantage in Tennessee is going to be what's going to put the game over the top. I do think it's going to be close. What the hell? Giants are going to win 24-21. Game-winning touchdown, Daniel Jones to Kenny Golladay in the back of the end zone. We're down by 4, and we end up getting the game-winning touchdown and win it by 3.
I was just
I'll take it.
Backstage before you changed your mind, boy. I'm telling you, I was right there. You was about to get the big play.
Do it.
I had them going to lose, because I think the advantage, and they was like, "Oh, fuck it."
I mean, do you want to give me PTSD like you did Slay all those times?
No, man.
Yeah, come on. That would be nice.
Taj had Adam Schefter on the phone. He had to go. Jay-Lay, what's your score prediction?
21-27 with a last effort walk-off touchdown by Daniel Jones to shut everybody up.
21-27, you said?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Will says 27-24 Giants.
Can I change my score real quick?
I don't think they scored 24 points on us. I think we forced Tannehill to try to beat us. We shut down Derrick Henry, and I don't think Tannehill can put up 24 points against us in the air.
I don't think either team could put up 24 points in this game.
Hey, Lou, can I change my score real quick, please?
Grown ass man, you can do what you want, sir.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. We're gonna do a lot of things that we have not done in a while. We're gonna score over 30 points. Fuck it. Why the hell not? 30. I'm gonna say 31-24. New York Football Giants. We actually get over the 30-point mark for the first time in like 3 years.
If we put up 31 points, somebody getting their ass whooped. I promise you, because they're going to be shell-shocked that we're scoring that many points. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Talking about scheme. That scheme could throw them off. Maybe they just don't know how to defend against our scheme on offense. And if our wide receivers are clicking like we might think they could, and Barkley too, why the hell not? It's the NFL, new season, anything's possible.
If we putting up points like that.
Shot, boy. Y'all got. Let's go, Jeff. Let's go.
I'm the jackass over here saying Kenny Golladay is going to get 100 yards and 2 touchdowns when he barely even looks like he can move out there on the field.
You got to stand on that shit. Then you can't.
I am standing on it. I'm not wavering off it. I think he's going to do it. This Slayton's going to get a touchdown too.
Stand on the 11-6 then. If Galladay's gonna be putting up numbers like that, there's no way we ain't going 11-6.
Right. I gotta see it more before I go on the 11-6.
You've already said it on like 3 streams. This is what I'm saying. You can't be wavering back and forth.
I said it once.
Would you flippity flop?
I am not flippity flop. I'm not flippity flop like a fish.
Skippity back.
I sound like the Nutty Professor there.
Boyd ain't going over 1,000. Chase Higgins eat up too many targets. He'll get 700-800 yards.
It's possible.
That's still dope. You got 3 receivers get the 20 over 2,800 yards. Man, that's
Eric
ridiculous.
Seabrook.
Eric Seabrook says, "Yo, if we win this game, I got one of those we are number one Giants fingers that I'm going to slap people in the nose with all week long."
Do it. Do it and take a picture.
Thanks. That shit is funny. I'm telling you, it's just something different. What was that Beanie Siegel song? I can feel it in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a lot of shit talking if we beat the Cowboys. Oh, there's going to be a lot of shit talking if we beat the Cowboys.
Tell them again, Wales. Giants go pop, pop, pop. On Sunday. Pop, pop, pop.
Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop.
While you're in the comment section, Wales, who do you think wins the main event in UFC 279 tomorrow? And you're more than welcome to help me and Pat call it.
What'd you say?
I said, while I have Wales in the chat, who does he think wins the main event on the UFC 279 tomorrow? And then I told him he's more than welcome to come and call it with me and Pat.
I love when Wales calls the UFC stuff. He's awesome at it.
Diaz. He says Nate Diaz wins it.
Hey, so was Diaz supposed to be fighting the dude with the fucking cat lip?
There you go, Ronnie.
Ronnie says, I'm back. Had to arrest someone.
Hey,
well, okay then.
Wow.
Good job, Ronnie.
Alrighty then.
I'll make a sound.
Like a cop.
Well, alrighty. I hope all went well. No one got popped. Yeah.
Yes.
Is Nate Diaz versus Tony
Didn't
Ferguson?
have to get no
Wasn't he supposed to be fighting Kimaev? But Kimaev didn't make weight, right? Or
Somebody
something like
didn't make
that.
weight.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Diaz versus Kimaev. And Kimaev didn't make weight or some shit like that. What you sorry for?
Don't be sorry.
You doing your job.
Yeah.
Right.
The
appreciate
only time you should be sorry is if you're doing some shit unconstitutional to us peoples. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you that type.
For no reason.
Yeah, I don't think you that type. I think you're an upstanding, law-abiding enforcer of the law. So nothing to apologize for.
The law.
It was a crazy night. Well, the night ain't over yet, sweetie.
Right.
And it's Friday.
Well,
Yeah, the whole card got effed up.
Saturday
3
now.
fights got switched and 6 fights broke out in the back. Yeah.
Did you guys hear about that fight that happened in the wrestling promotion this past weekend?
Yeah,
It's a backstage
CM Punk
brawl.
might not be going back to AEW.
No, there was a UFC.
No, I'm talking about what happened at
Right.
AEW, a wrestling event.
Yeah.
There was a backstage brawl between the Young Bucks and CM Punk, because some dude threw a chair at one of the Young Bucks' face.
Oh shit!
And one of the guys bit Kenny Omega in the arm.
It was like the
crazy.
NBA brawl with
Jericho,
Ron
ain't it?
Artest.
No, Jericho actually, he didn't do anything. It was the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, CM Punk, and his friend Ace Steel. Ace Steel just decided, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to throw a chair at one of the Young Bucks and threw it right in his face and gave him a black eye. CM Punk was throwing left and right.
Yeah, it says CM Punk might not be going back to AEW after he recovers from the injury. I think he tore his biceps or something.
Yeah, he tore his triceps. He's out for, I think, 6 to 9 months. It's crazy.
You might see CM Punk debut back in WWE. Then Triple H getting everybody back.
No way, Pat. They hate him over there.
Kevin Holland.
No, that was with Vince McMahon.
He took the fight.
It's Triple H. They hate Triple H. I apologize, Lou. He hates Triple H the most out of all of them. Not even
I
Vince.
bet you he'll be back.
Okay, fellas. God bless Kevin Holland. He took the fight with Kamzat. Yeah, because the fights got switched around after that brawl backstage. Ronnie says, people out here with this K2 drugs. Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. You have a difficult job, Miss Ronnie.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, people out here be doing shit, make them want to eat their own face and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit
Yeah.
crazy.
Real
These
life
kids
zombies.
is out here doing all kinds of shit. These freaking, it's crazy, man. Watch your children. Be nosy. Fuck that. Don't give your kids privacy. Give them no. Be nosy. Be all up
Shit,
in your kids' shit.
I'm all in the business
Yeah, for real.
every
Be
day.
nosy. That's your right. You are the parent. You are charged with protecting them, raising them, and instilling the right shit in them. Period.
And then
Respect my
You know what I'm
authority.
saying?
if you talk to him though, but like if you talk to him and have a relationship with him, then
Yeah.
they'll tell you everything you need to know without them actually telling you
Yep.
anything.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
Need to
that,
know.
yeah, it's at a parenting class, but yeah, talk to your kids, man. Find out
So
what the fuck going on with them. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck, even if the way they thinking is fucking stupid, at least you can kind of guide it or just realize that they're fucking, kids and kids also
maybe
kids.
this one ain't going to college. No,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You got to know who your kids are. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You gotta,
Facts. Nah, as long as they don't abuse Aaron Robinson on that right side, sheesh.
Send safety help over to the side if you
Yeah.
have to.
He opens the card versus Ankutalaba. Gonna be a banger. Well, come call it with us, Wales. Ronnie, stay safe out there, miss.
Hey,
Oh,
Doja,
Ronnie ain't
Doja,
playing that shit. Ronnie, clap
you
your ass.
you're really worried about
Right.
those wide receivers out there? I'm not worried about Robert Woods, who's coming off an ACL, Traylon Burks, who's having trouble in camp, and Nikita Westbrook. He's okay. I'm more worried about their tight end than I'm worried about their wide receivers on Tennessee. I think Robinson will do just fine. It's the middle of the field with Hooper is a little bit more worrisome than those wideouts. I apologize, Lee.
What you apologize for?
Oh, you were talking and I interrupted you, so I
No,
was being
I
very
wasn't.
genuine.
I wasn't talking. I
Okay,
was reading the
okay,
comments,
okay.
and I
My
finished.
fault. Oh,
Channel get some pop pop pops.
just
Oh,
got very quiet on
who
us.
getting pop pop pop?
Pop, 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 pop.
Give it back.
Skip it. Oh shit! I'm worried about the center position. We should have traded up for Linderbaum. Man, yeah, Rick, you know how many I drafted Linderbaum, Tyler Linderbaum in every one of my damn mock drafts.
Hmm. I was pissed when we lost Wyatt Davis. I thought we might be able to hold on to that kid and be able to develop him as one of our offensive guards. I was pissed when the Saints picked him up on their active roster, but at least we got Mbatika back, his possible swing guy, even though they haven't given up on Parrot yet.
I don't know why not, but you know. Mm. Yep, shift
Right.
is over.
Sunday is almost here.
Less than 2 days. That's right.
3 o'clock. Yes, indeed.
3 o'clock, and then we're going to be seeing a video from the Miz cursing off O'Shane Zimenez when he does something stupid.
Doesn't it start at 4:25?
Yeah, the Giants game is at 4:25.
Yep.
I'm gonna call it 5 o'clock. Miz is gonna throw a video out there during the game because O'Shane Zimenez missed like 2 or 3 tackles. Just going
Yo,
off on him.
Steve Brook is crazy. He said, Ronnie, you gotta let them go if you pat them down and you find a bag of mannequin on them.
Right.
He ain't going to hurt nobody.
Oh my god.
Y'all remember that stream where he said Joe was so damn high he turned into a mannequin?
Yeah, he said Joe smoking on that mannequin.
And then they smoking that damn mannequin. But yo, Seabrook crazy. Watch Traylon Burks come out like Chase after all the negative press he got last year for dropping balls. Paul.
Hey, look, D'Lo.
He could.
Man, so what you predicting? Traylon Burks is gonna eat our secondary up too?
The one guy I worry about in that receiving game is Hooper, because we have struggle against tight ends, especially our young linebacker core. Hooper could be that guy. The wide receivers, no.
Let's go.
And not let Traylon Burks and Robert Woods go off.
Yeah, she said weed is legal here, so all is good with that.
Yeah, she lives in New York.
They say you can walk around with that mannequin if you want to, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yuck. Oh, hell no. It's like being hard up in training crocodile shit.
Pat, I know our secondary is bad outside of McKinney and Jackson.
Darnay Holmes is all right.
I'm curious to see how Darnay is going to do this year and Julian Love.
Yeah. That's another one. I think Julian Love's going to do better than the two, but I hope they both do well.
I'm telling you right now, guys, that's one guy I hope we re-sign in the offseason. I think Julian Love is a glue guy that you need on this team. He just seems like one of those players that you want to keep around because he's that type of like glue guy player on that defense. I think it's essentially find a way to keep him after the season.
Did we lose Rodarius Williams?
No, he's on IR for the first 4 weeks because he's still recovering from the ACL.
Will's comment.
Yeah. He had to do that one in there.
They have a mobile weed truck here in Jersey. I'm gonna go check it out tomorrow. See what up.
That is true.
See if they got that mannequin, Wills.
I heard that Laughing Gas by Joey Diaz is pretty good. That's what I hear. I don't know. I'm in Texas. It's illegal here, so I don't do it.
You just don't listen. Never volunteer.
No, I didn't say I'd do anything. I just told you what I heard.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but you just never mind, sir.
I get pretty good weed.
If you're in a
information is disseminated on a need-to-know basis, sir.
If you're in a legal state, check out this strain called Laughing Gas. I heard it's phenomenal.
Pat, you getting that funny stream ready? Because you know there's gonna be a lot of funny shit this weekend.
Now, what are you doing? Yeah.
You know you got to get that ready because there's gonna be a lot of funny shit this weekend. Always happens.
Hopefully the Giants aren't on it.
No, I feel like the Bears are going to be very frequently part of that all year. There's gonna be a lot of Bears ones. You might have 2 or 3 for the Bears every week. That's true.
I don't know. It's just odd them signing Jimmy Garoppolo to that contract as a backup. That's just odd.
Yeah. Apparently pissed off Trey Lance, too.
Right.
I'd be pissed off among. You know, you might see a lot of Geno Smith stuff because of the fact he's going to be the starting quarterback in Seattle.
How bad do you have to be a quarterback for Geno Smith to be your starter for the season? Not just coming in and playing a game because somebody got hurt. He actually won the fucking job.
Bad you have to feel about DK Metcalf. He signed an extension with Seattle, and he's got to have the ball thrown by Geno Smith to him.
Well, that's have somebody. You have one of them top quarterbacks next year.
That's true. They're probably going to be a top 3 team picking.
Seattle's, man, Geno Smith. Lord have mercy.
The sad part is Drew Lock is even worse.
Man,
right.
None of them dudes. The Giants is the only thing I'm focused on. We look a hell of a lot better than we did, and I ain't talking about on paper. I liked what I saw in preseason, Pauls. I like the way these guys are approaching everything, including their interviews. You can just see that it's a whole different vibe there in the building. Pat, you should do that to Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins. What are you doing?
I got him last year a couple of times.
That's why I picked up the Broncos fantasy call.
That interception, that could have been a fair call.
You have to be Drew Lock.
Let me get my pencil ready. Laughing gas.
Seabrook for to get high.
He is a mess.
Oh, damn, Gina.
Right.
Damn.
Well, shit. I have
He
to lay it
sucked as a
down a
Jet.
second. Get up and do a damn job in the morning.
Yeah, I got to work in the morning for a few hours. So, because I'm not
Yeah,
coming in Monday.
unfortunately,
Procedure,
I'm
so.
not gonna be able to do football.
Huh?
I'm
Huh?
not gonna be able to do the live stream, guys. I got a party I gotta attend.
Don't sound so happy, Joe.
Yeah, right.
I gotta attend a party.
I appreciate the invitation, but what do I know about a little 9-year-old girl? Nothing. But he likes my company, so fuck it. I might as well go say hi. You gotta get free food at least, I think.
There you go.
God damn.
Yeah. They better give you something.
Better
Shit.
get free food.
Make sure my plate is hot too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fucking with you.
You okay over there? Fucker, it's
Exactly what I was saying.
I told you I want a hot plate, goddammit.
He's like, fucker, I want a hot plate.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man.
Put that cold ass plate over here and I
Oh,
won't
no.
be here.
Yeah.
Why the fuck you ain't eat a cold?
With no goddamn coleslaw.
Oh,
Y'all got it.
God.
Coleslaw?
Coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
Hey, coleslaw do be good though, like on a pulled pork
Y'all
sandwich.
see that movie Nacho Libre?
Yeah. Damn cold out of my face.
Yo.
That shit funny as hell. You smacked the shit out that corn. That damn corn on my face.
Yo. Real coach and real GMs.
Promise you, Joe. Yeah, you ain't lying on that. We're going to a damn party you don't want to go to. That shit is terrible.
Yeah, that's horrible. But it happens a lot of times in the marriage.
Right.
Men get dragged off to a lot of places that they'd rather not be
They
at.
don't even know these
Just so
people.
they don't have to argue with their wife.
Will the game at least be on over there?
Yeah, I doubt it. A
A 9-year-old party?
You might see Spider-Man or something over there juking.
Be over there going crazy trying to look at your phone for Twitter updates and shit.
Right.
Hey, hold on. What's the score?
I've been with my wife so long, I just take the argument. I'd be like, whatever, she gonna be mad. It's gonna last about 2-3 days, and then she's gonna need me to do something, and then we'll just restart this shit all over again.
Damn right.
I got that shit down to a science, bro. It's only, I mean, it's just a couple of days. It'll be all right. It's like a prison sentence. You go to, it's like a prison sentence. You go to the shoe for like, you know what I'm saying, a few days, a week or so. You get right back in.
Man, just give me some drink and some mannequin. I'll go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just next to Wales. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Joe about to slap someone who gives him a cold meal. Much respect.
Right. Pat said, don't give him that coleslaw.
Get that corn out of my face. Hot coleslaw, damn it.
Shit. Make sure my motherfucking plate is hot.
Hey, the first time Joe moves that other hand, is gonna be slapping the shit out of somebody for bringing him a damn cold plate. He gonna get all that. He gonna get all the. Yeah. He gonna,
And then in the famous words of Kirk Cousins, "You like that?"
That's right. No goddamn chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders.
Arguing with somebody named Chicken Nuggets on this motherfucking stream.
Yes, I hate chicken nuggets.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hey, but he was trying to tell us about. He was trying to tell us about the imposter.
Girl. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Joe just
yeah.
smoked that mannequin.
What a party! Woohoo! Yeah.
You won't even know you was
What a
there.
party!
Exactly.
Just smoked that mannequin. You won't even know you was there. What a party!
Right.
Yeah, that'll work for me then.
Serving up a platter of cold cuts.
He's serving up a platter of cold cuts.
Hey. I
Baloney.
Player, all right.
Get
Goddamn
that cheese
baloney.
on me.
Right.
Hey,
You
y'all.
want that cheddar?
I'm about to get up out of here, y'all.
Yeah, me too, fellas. I got to work in the
Alright.
morning, man. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you to everybody who came by, showed love, showed support. Thank you for all the super chats, all the comments. Share these videos. Subscribe to Classified 3F with Joe, Jeff, Jay-Lay, Pat, and myself. Or we're going to send Tanya Hardin's boyfriend to come hit you in the shin with a pipe. Just saying. He did it at
She's gonna
Nancy
kneecap
Kerrigan.
you.
He did it to Nancy
Giant
Kerrigan. Don't
swing.
think it can't happen to you.
My
So.
knee.
What the fuck is this?
Why? Copy in the
Yeah,
throat.
right
My
there.
knee.
Dry ass wings.
Yeah. Why the fuck is this dry ass wings? Son of a bitch.
No
Where
blue
is
cheese.
the
Joe been
blue
watching
cheese?
UFC and boxing with us too. Joe gonna go over there and give him a slap elbow.
right?
Hey,
Hey.
they gonna try to hand
Man
Joe some
goes to
stuff.
jail for giving kids at a party skippity paps.
Joe gonna flip out.
Skip,
Joe gonna
skip
flip out. They try to give him some celery sticks.
God damn it, get the bison
carrots.
wings now.
He gonna fucking
Give
lose
me
it.
some
He gonna-
celery sticks with no ranch. How dare you? Skippity pap.
with the little peanut butter in it. With the peanut butter.
That shit out my face.
Dryer, fuck! I can get some fucking wings. God damn it! There's gonna be a pizza this week. No, I gotta get some
You be
chicken
talking
wings
shit about
now.
the wings. Wings ain't even spicy.
Not bad. Cold.
I
These
gotta
wings
get
ain't even got no
spicy.
seasoning.
Oh bullshit!
That shit crazy.
At least
I
get me
got
a packet
good
of
seasoning.
ranch.
Thank you everybody for stopping by, man. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. And we will be back tomorrow night.
Pop, pop, pop! Yes, that's right.
Leather to the Face UFC edition. That's right. Leather to the Face UFC edition. We will be calling it with the pop, pop, pop. And it's going down.
Leather to the face. Pop, pop, pop edition for dry wings. Wait a minute. Somebody put on a goddamn shirt.
Yes, the
Who's
wings
that?
are extra
I
dry.
just saw Bigfoot.
Right.
Bigfoot just walked into your bathroom, Joe.
Where is his trousers?
Oh,
Somebody put some pants on him.
he's making it afraid, man. He's making it afraid.
He's just doing the Ball Johnson dance. What the
Right.
Just letting the beans and Frank hang.
I just got monetized. You gonna do the Ball Johnson on my
Breathe
stream?
again.
Oh,
Breathe
my
again.
Tell Harry and the Hendersons to cover up.
Right.
Hammer time for real.
Just letting that wang slang.
Oh man, come on.
Oh,
Man.
whoa. That was... All right, guys. On that note, I'll holler at you guys tomorrow.
There you go. That's over
Good
now.
night, everybody. That's one way to end the game.
Ain't no chain, no light, it's just action. All my just front like they tapping. You already know. Popping. Ain't no stopping me now, steady rocking. Watch them hate on me now cause I'm locked in. Watch the hate on me now cause I'm popping. I ain't stopping.